Well, good morning, YouTube. It is currently Thursday in the morning sometime after 7, like probably 7:20. Planning on doing spoke maintenance, but first of all, what I'm going to do is screw around with this battery pack from Electric. I'm just going to open it up. Look at the, have a slight problem though. I put these in the garage together and forgot there was mounting tape on top of the black battery, so they're stuck together. So I gotta try to yank them apart. It hasn't been going well because the weather's kind of chilly and yeah, I can't get these damn things apart. God damn. Sorry about that. It wasn't an explosion, it was just me pulling my batteries apart. So one thing I want to warn you about before I do this, or anybody does this, if you're not afraid of your battery pack, don't mess with your battery pack. If you don't have a healthy fear of how much damage one of these things can do to you, or your property, or anything around you, don't mess with your battery pack. Don't do what I'm about to do. These things are scary. I'm scared to death of these battery packs. I love them, but I hate messing with them. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to, well, all I'm basically going to do is I'm going to pull the top off of it. I'm going to unscrew it, pull the wiring out on the top, and see if there's a loose connection or if there's a fuse in there I need to replace or something. Yeah. Because Electric won't replace it. It's not under warranty anymore, so nothing I'm doing is going to avoid the warranty that doesn't exist anymore. Even though it says do not disassemble the battery on the side of it, I've actually taken these things apart before. And all I'm doing is removing these screws. I don't think I need to remove. I think I just need to remove these two screws right here. I don't know if you can see that, and then this one over here. I don't think these go all the way through. I think this just holds this connector on. I didn't realize this. This has a handle on it, so you can carry it around with a handle. I did not know that before. Yeah. So let's see what happens here. See, I don't know what this, I don't know if you can see this, I don't know what that is. That looks almost like it could pop out of there. I don't know what that is. Like maybe that's where a fuse would be. Oh, I'm stupid. That's the freaking, that's the handle. That's the pivot for the handle. Duh. That's not starting out good if I'm derping already. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Not really. I can't really tilt this thing down much more. Oh wow, these screws are like, oh wait, am I even in there? Maybe I'm not working on this. I don't think my screwdriver fits. No, it does. Actually, no, it doesn't. It's the right size to go into the screw in here. But it won't fucking... Wait a minute, let me try one of these other ones. Yeah, these come out. Man, they're not in there very tight at all. I wonder if they're like super long or... Yeah, usually these are really long bolts that go in here. And sometimes they don't want to come out, apparently. I'm pretty sure it's a thread. It's unthread all the way. Oh well. Be nice if it's just a loose connection or a fuse. If it's a fuse, I could just go online and buy a fuse for it. But I don't know why the fuse would have blown. It's never been hooked up to anything that would have caused the fuse to blow. Yay, my screwdriver didn't roll away on me. Or maybe it's just a loose wire. If it's a loose wire, I'm not even going to fuck with it. I don't want to burn my fingertips today. See, that one came out. Well, this one doesn't want to come out. So I got to get this one off of here, but it won't. The screwdriver goes in far enough, it just won't go in. really pissed me off. So I go to do this, and the head of this screw is like stripped or something. I'll be like, what? So they've had this screw out of here before? Did they send me a used battery? I can't get it to unthread. It's like it's stripped. Yeah, the head of this, I don't know, man. It's like it's shifted over or something. Let me see if I can hit it with the corner of my flathead or something, or a knife or something, see if I can't loosen it up. That's not gonna work. Shit. I got a knife in here. Fairly dull. I don't think that's gonna. I don't have another screwdriver. You gotta take some of this stuff out of here anyway. Man, I got too much crap in this bag. You know what, before I do that, you know what I should do? I should actually I'm going to take this off. I'm going to see if this comes off, because maybe it just has a loose connection on it. Let's take this off. Let's take I'm taking this part off. The actual contact, because that might be the problem. There's no electricity. If there was electricity running through it, it would have arced on the screwdriver. So trust me, I'm like this is tough doing when you have an anxiety disorder. I tell you what, some scary shit right here, because this damn thing, even this 48 volt 10 amp hour or so battery, can kill you. It can seriously injure you. It could blow up. It could throw shrapnel everywhere. It could do all kinds of messed up shit. Because technically this thing's sitting in a metal case, in a compressed metal case, which basically turns this thing, it's a bomb at this point, if it like decides to fail. Okay, that doesn't actually come out. Why is there even screws in there? It's not. It's all one piece of the plastic. That's weird. Why did they even have screws there? That doesn't even come. It's not even separate. Oh, maybe I have to. No, because this whole thing moved without me having to. I'm confused. Maybe I'll put those back in. I'm gonna put those back in. I'm so confused right now. Alright, where are they at? Let me put those back in. I should have probably watched a YouTube video on this. Oh, that's what that does. That loosens up the actual contact. That allows the contact to come out. That's holding the contact in place. Okay. Just gotta get this other screw out of here. I'm back to digging through my bag of tool goodies here. Oh where has my knife gone? Oh where can it be? It's somewhere in this gosh darn bag, but it's too difficult for me to see. Hope it didn't fall out. What the hell, man? I should have found it by now. I think it may have fallen out of here somewhere. Yeah, I can't find my knife. Dang it. That's not gonna work. Maybe a tiny little watch screwdriver. Maybe I can get it to do something. Push it or something. Son of a bitch. My screwdriver is too girthy. My screwdriver is a little too thick for this hole. But it shouldn't be. It's reaching the damn. I'm very confused as to why this won't come loose. Son of a bitch, where did my knife go, man? If I have to pull everything out of here, I guess I gotta pull everything out of here. I need the spoke wrench. But this isn't very exciting. Gosh darn it. Well, you know what I have that might work? Let me see if there's other tools over here. I got one of those like Husky branded freaking little hand tools that has like all the little heads for the like all the star heads and stuff on it over here somewhere. Hopefully, it's still over here somewhere. There it is. Maybe this will work. One of these flat Phillips heads might work on this. I don't know why I didn't think about this in the first place. I got one of these. Oh, geez, Louise. I'm going to say this one will work. And it's locked. That's weird. Okay. This is getting really frustrating. Is it coming out? Yeah, I think it's coming out. Maybe the other screwdriver just was way too big for this hole. Maybe it's God's way of telling me, Larry, don't open that, you're about to kill yourself. Nope. Everything is perfectly intact in here. There are no loose wires. Just loose bolts that are falling. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with this. Positive, negative connected. That's connected. The switch is connected. My freaking... Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Because it still holds a charge. It just won't discharge anymore. There's no burning, no scoring. It's perfectly fine in here. Yeah, so this is just a defective battery. Oh well. I'm going to put it back together very carefully. So that's a fail. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to fix this, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's got to be something with the BMS, or it's got to be something on the battery itself I can't actually get to. And I'm not about to try to get to it, and I seem to have lost one of my bolts. Son of a bitch. I dropped one. Where it went, I don't know. What the hell? Okay. My bolt disappeared. Wait, there's one right there. I found one. There's one. I don't know what happened to my other one. Unless it's sitting under something else. There it is. Found it. Okay. Yeah, there's no fuse in here, so I didn't see a fuse. Shoot. At least I get to do the spoke video in a sec here. So yeah, it's a defective battery. Don't buy electric e-bikes. Your parts only last about a year, maybe 2, and they start to fail, and then they don't have a warranty anymore, and then you're screwed. You're stuck with a frame and some components that still work, but the parts you need to work, like the batteries and the motors, stop working, and the wheels fall apart, and the spokes break, and they don't give you any new spokes. They don't sell spokes because they don't want you to be able to fix your wheel. They want you to have to buy a new one from them for an overpriced fee or cost. No 500 watt 20 by 3 inch fat tire hub motor could cost you $250 by itself, especially not a mass produced one. That's ridiculous. You can get a kit. You can get a kit for like $219 out the door. That's like a controller, throttle, freaking maybe not a monitor, but you get the thumb one that lets you know when you have enough charge or whatnot. So, like, you know, the red, yellow, green light, the little thumb activated thing. I'm not even getting this bolt in here. I thought I was straightening it in. I was just like spinning it around for no reason. But there's every possibility that you could get like what I did, just get a hub motor, like I did for my front wheel. Just buy the wheel itself with the connectors coming off of it, and find a controller and a monitor that are compatible with it, so you can put your own monitor. But like I said, I got a ton of spare parts. I got 15 years of spare parts, so of e-bike spare parts, and I've sold stuff, and I've still got stuff left over. So I just might as well tilt the camera back up, since we're going to be doing a spoke video, and it's going to be up. Oh shit, I'm going to go put these batteries back in the garage. See, this battery died too. Unfortunately, I accidentally drained this battery to 0 when I was riding home on a flat, and I'm pretty sure that killed the battery completely, because it won't charge up anymore. So don't ever, if you can avoid it, never ever drain your batteries to 0, because you can possibly kill your battery. I didn't intend to. I intended to stop using the battery, like before that happened, but I was distracted by the flat tire I was riding on and trying not to fall off of my bike or crash and fall off of my bike, and I unfortunately killed my battery. But I got 3 years out of it, so at least this cheap, inexpensive Shark style battery that's not supposed to be anywhere near the quality of this supposedly awesome electric battery actually lasted as long as it was supposed to. The sad thing is this Shark battery. The Shark battery is a 10.4 amp hour battery, and the electric's only like a 9.6. And the bike that I bought that came with this battery was only like $700. Anyways, but you know, I paid for my electric with a payment plan, so I kind of had to buy what I could buy with a payment plan. And there's so many, wish I had money, man. There's so many good inexpensive bikes on Amazon right now that are like, got such better specs than this bike I have. Well, stock. My bike has way better specs now that it's not stock anymore, but yeah. I should probably just start carrying this on me. I guess I want to roll the bike over here. There's no point in moving all my tools and crap that far over there. I gotta flip it around though. See, I think the spokes, yeah, spokes are on the broken spokes I've seen are actually on the brake side of the wheel. As usual, the spokes are snapping on the side where I brake. They don't snap on the drive side. They snap on the side where more torque is applied when I hit the brakes. So, yeah. I can't imagine what they would do if I had a bigger rotor on there. If I had a bigger disc on there, is that much more torque stopping the bike? I'd probably be breaking like 3 or 4 freaking spokes a damn ride. Because that's what's doing it. Hitting the brakes is what's breaking the spokes. Or wearing them down. Kind of a little disorganized here. Alright, I think that's squished over far enough. Let me see the damage we're working with to see how many spokes I broke. Okay, I got 1 broke spokes right here. I feel like a damn dentist. Get an x-ray machine. 1 spoke right there broke. 1 spoke right there broke. It's rubbing. Every time I flip my bike over, I don't know what it is, but my brakes rub way worse. I don't know why. Every single one of my bikes I've ever had since I've had disc brakes does the same thing when I flip the bike over. Oh, you know what I need? I need the other wheel. I gotta pull spokes out of my spare wheel. Now that it's a spare wheel, because the wires are all frayed. I wonder if I can point this out on the camera. Like, I don't know how I managed to do this. Let's see if you guys can see this. Where's it at? I can't even see it now. Here, let me dislodge the camera from my chest here while I do this. Alright. And you can see that. You can see the wiring. See how it's all exposed in there? All the wires and shit. It got damaged. I think I may have done it when I was working on the wheel, the tire. I think but that shouldn't have happened. That spring is on there to protect the wiring and shit. It's not supposed to allow you to put the bike on its side to replace a tire on top of a soft plastic trash can and cause the wires to get damaged. I have no idea how that even happened. Oh, I know how. It's a cheap piece of crap thing from electric. That's how. Okay, never mind. Solve that problem. Cheap piece of crap bikes, cheap piece of crap spokes that are oddly sized and hard to find anywhere. Can you tell I'm a little bitter? I'm a little bitter. Yeah, let's get to pulling these here spokes out of this here rim. Let's see which ones I want to pull out though. I wish I could fix this damn wire, man. This is like my best motor. The best wheel they sent me so far was this one, because I wasn't breaking any spokes in it. That makes me so mad, dude. Shit. Now, what side do I want to work with? I want to work with the non-disc side. And I want to pull the inside spokes out. I need 2 of them. I'll have to come out here or take this in my room one day and take all these spokes out of here. Nah, that's the wrong way. Is that the wrong way? No, that's the right one. These things are like so over tightened in here. It's ridiculous. I can't even get it loose. No matter what way I turn it, it won't come fucking loose. There we go. Oh, thank God it didn't roll away. You guys really can't see what I'm doing, but I could try tilting the camera up. And I got this thing set on my legs. Oh shit, that's too much, Larry. I'm trying to get the spokes out of here. I think that's the one I was working with. I hope that's the one I was working with. Yep, that's the one I was working with. They are so tight, man. These are so over tight, and they're not supposed to be this damn tight. Your spokes are supposed to have a little bit of flex so they don't snap. You make them way too rigid by over tightening them. That's why they snap constantly. I know I've pointed that out before, but this is being pointed out for anybody that maybe hasn't watched my videos before. You guys really, I'm sorry you can't see nothing. I can't really tilt the camera over. I could try moving it. I don't think that's really gonna, nah, it ain't gonna work. It's just gonna keep going back. Sorry. I was gonna do my other camera on the side, but I changed my mind. Well, I was gonna tell you a story of the time I fractured my left elbow in a bike accident. Back when I was 34 years old, and much younger man, much lighter man. It was a nice April 4th day. I can't remember what year. I'm 47. It's 2024. So 13 years ago would have been 2011. No, it had to happen after 2011. 2024. Maybe it was 2011. I don't know. All I know is I was riding my bike. It was a beautiful April 4th. I was cutting through Cal State. And I had a Curry Skyline electric bike, and I had removed the Curry motor, the side mounted motor off of it, and I put my hub motors in it, front and rear. But about a week prior to that particular ride of the fracturing of the elbow, I had taken out the front motor and taken off the battery for the front motor because I was trying to get more exercise and I didn't want to like give myself that much of a handicap. So I was cutting through Cal State, cutting through the parking lot, and they have normal wheelchair ramps, like, you know, the ones you just ride straight up, but then they also have the ones that have a curb in the middle and a ramp on either side. And for some reason, my brain forgot which kind of ramp I was going up to transition to the sidewalk areas to ride around the quad and stuff. And I hit the curb in the middle going like 20 miles per hour. To say the least, I was having a really bad day after that point. I flew over the handlebars. Now, the Curry Skyline has this cheap little, like, crappy suspension fork it comes with. It basically bottomed out right when I hit the curb. The frame folded in the front and broke. The front wheel I had on there had a big, massive crease in it. It looked like Pac-Man, basically. And I flew over the handlebars. I landed on my left side and my helmet visor. Broke the helmet, my visor off the helmet I still wear, like, for all these years. And then I laid there for a while because it hurt. Because I was about 250 then. I was still, like, obviously I was still 6'3". I haven't started to shrink yet. I'm not that old. But yeah. And so I'm laying there, and there were people there because it was a nice day. And so they were like, "Oh, you okay, man? Are you going to call 911?" I'm like, "Yeah, you probably should call 911. I'm hurting pretty bad." So I rolled over on my left side, and then I tried to sit up. And I put pressure on my left arm to push myself up, and my elbow buckled. And I kept trying to push myself up, my elbow kept buckling, and I didn't know what the hell was wrong. I've never broken anything or fractured anything before, oddly enough. Shit, I can't get this one out of here. So, yeah, guess I picked the wrong one to pull out. Damn it, I can't get it out. Try a different angle here. Nope, I cannot get this spoke out of here. Okay, different spoke. I went into panic mode. I've never, like I said, never broken anything. I'd already had the trauma of eating shit and coming, with as large as I am and hitting cement, I didn't bounce. I just hit the ground and stopped. Extremely abruptly, all that kinetic energy just transferred to my body, and I was hurting extremely bad. And, oh, what the fuck is wrong with this spoke? It won't even turn. It's just stripped all to hell. What the fuck, electric? Jesus, I can't even turn the nipple off of that spoke. Okay, never mind. I'm not using that one either. And then they called 911 for me. I started having a panic attack, started freaking out, started yelling, started calling for my mom because I felt like I was dying. And one person you want around are your parents when you're dying, right? You want to be able to say goodbye. I was like, holy shit. Started apologizing to God and everybody for everything I've ever done wrong. Please don't kill me type of panic. And then I started calming down, and the fire department showed up. The fire department showed up and asked me what happened. I said I ate shit, and the fire department guy, the firefighter, said, did you tell me to eat shit? I'm like, no, I said I ate shit. I'm like, you guys are here to save me. I'm not going to tell you to eat shit. I'm not one of those wackos. Then they checked me out and said, you probably fractured your elbow or broke your elbow. Got in an ambulance, went to the hospital. And now this is why San Bernardino Fire Department kicks ass. They took my bike for me. They took it to the firehouse and held onto it. And my mom's boyfriend, Randy, at the time, had a truck, like a Toyota, I think. And he went and picked up the bike for me and brought it to my house. So basically, the next day, when I got home from the hospital and learned I had a fracture, they just gave me a sling. I came home and I just basically plugged my batteries in because nothing electronic on the bike got damaged, thank goodness. So yeah, that was the story of how I fractured my elbow. And then a subsequent 4 months waiting for my fracture to heal, and I'd been also still feeling well enough to job search at the time, so I didn't get to do any more job searching while I was waiting for myself to heal. And I was extremely bored, and I couldn't do much because it was hard to play video games. It was hard to like do my online earning and stuff. It was just a pain in the ass. I think at the time I may have been on unemployment still, so financially I was okay. But yeah. So in about 2 months after I fractured my elbow, I started taking the bike apart very painfully, and started working on it. And I had another frame that was kind of jacked up. Basically, the seat, the frame, the part where the seat goes in, the seat tube, the part sticking up above the frame, the weld broke, so I couldn't actually clamp the seat on. So basically, I just sunk the seat post in there and kind of tried to secure the seat post in place with, I don't know what, bungee cords or something, so that it didn't move around too much. And the frame had oversized dropouts on the rear, so the motor I took out of the Skyline, the hub motor, when I put it in the rear, I had to put a bunch of washers and then 2 vice grips, one on each side, just to make sure the axle didn't like slide around in there. That was interesting, having a couple vice grips hanging off of my bike. They were parallel to the frame. I didn't have them hanging towards the ground like an idiot. Yeah. So I got that bike up and running so I could just run little errands and stuff when I need starting to heal. Okay, let me start again. My camera just reset. As I was trying to heal, I was working on that bike and I was being more active. I was using it to run errands and stuff. It was the R. Martin LX1 bike that replaced my first full suspension e-bike that I ever had. I talked about that before. Let's see. So I got that up and running. I just used it to cruise around the neighborhood. I couldn't really pedal it. It was basically just a scooter at that point. And a couple months later, my elbow healed. It still gets a little stiff every so often, depending on the weather or just activity. It's kind of stiff right now. I can feel it where it was fractured. It healed up, and then I started job searching again, and I was doing okay. And then I started having all my health problems, and the job searches basically stopped because I couldn't work anymore. And then that's only the first time. That's the first time out of 2 that the fire department's taken my bike home for me. The second time, they actually took it to my house. Like about a year or so ago, I had a bad panic attack. Start on the way home from my ride. And I ended up stopping on the side of the road. I was shaking. I couldn't even get my phone out to call 911. Luckily, some people that were out there helped me and called 911 for me. And the fire department and AMR showed up. And the fire department took my bike all the way to my house for me. I gave them my address, and they said, "Oh, we'll just drop it off at your house." I said, "Yeah, my mom's home." And so they brought the bike home for me. San Bernardino Fire Department kicks ass, dude. They're fucking awesome. And so is AMR, man. Like, one of my incidents I was out riding up near, there's this big-ass park, like, way out, almost near Devore. I can't remember what the name of the park is. It's named after some guy. It's kind of a complicated name to pronounce. And, I got a flat. I was starting to go over this hill a pretty steep hill up, and I was on the downside of it, and I went to turn when I got to the bottom of it, and my bike felt really squishy, and I was like, uh-oh. So then I had to hop off the bike because it just basically deflated after that. I couldn't ride it anymore, so I hopped off the bike, had to walk back up the hill in the really bad shape that I'm obviously in, and then walk over to the park. And then I was sitting on the park bench and starting to like suss out the situation with my wheel. I started panicking. My heart started hurting, my chest started hurting. I started getting all sweaty and clammy and shit. And yeah. And so then I ended up calling Mom, saying, hey, I'm about to call 911 and go to the hospital. I don't know what's wrong. It feels like I'm having a heart attack. I told her where I was. I said, I hope I can get my bike home or something. And what happened at that time was AMR came with the fire department. They took me to St. B's. But AMR, like, I don't know if you know how their ambulances work. They have the back area where the emergency part stuff happens, and there's a space between the back area and the front, like the cockpit area, the driver's seated and the passenger area, that they use for store stuff. And they went ahead and they rearranged all the crap in there, and they stuck my bike in the ambulance and took my bike with me to St. Bernardine's. And so I got my bike. I had a flat tire. Another thing that killed me when I was trying to walk up the hill, I had those Mr. Tuffy liners, those shitty thorn strips that don't work for crap. Don't buy those. They're a waste of money. Buy some flat out. Don't buy slime. Buy flat out. Flat out works. Slime does not work. Well, at least slime doesn't work like it's supposed to. But the fucking thorn strip started rolling up in the tire, and then it caused the wheel to seize, and I couldn't roll the wheel, so I'm sitting there trying to trudge uphill with a bike, rolling it on the front wheel. And this bike was at that time weighed like 110 pounds. It had more batteries on it. It was way heavier. It had 5 battery packs on it, I think, at that time. So that happened, and I was at the hospital, and they kept me overnight for that one because they were worried. They thought I may have had a small heart attack. So they kept me overnight, and my bike basically traveled around the hospital with me. Every time I went to a different part of the hospital, they took my bike with me, and eventually it ended up in a room overnight with me. And they let me fix my bike while I was in the hospital room because I started feeling better. I took a stress test. I took the treadmill stress test. They did like the CT with contrast. I think they gave me an echocardiogram. Everything, bunch of blood tests, and they said I was okay. And I said, well, do you mind if I fix my flat tire while I'm in here? They go, oh yeah, go ahead. So I got done fixing it, and I had to go out to the desk out there in the ICU or wherever I was, one of the rooms. I said, hey, I'm going to be using an electric pump in there. I'm not blowing up the building. I just need to pump my tire up. And I had to let them know. They're like, that's funny. And they started laughing. They said, no problem, go right ahead. And then I ended up fixing my flat tire while I was in the hospital, and I rode home. A little while later on, when they cleared me to leave, I ended up riding home. So yeah, and that takes me to now working on my spokes on this bike. So I've had my troubles, quite a few, and I'm gonna have to oh shit, I did not want to pop that nipple all the way out of there. Gosh darn it, that was not my plan. Okay, I think you guys can see what I'm doing at this point. I just accidentally popped the spoke nipple all the way out. I didn't want to do that. Now I got to get it back in there. Gosh darn it. I'm just trying to see how much I would have to push up on the nipple. God, this sounds funny, doesn't it? To get the spoke in there. But shit, I'm gonna need my needle nose for this. Dang it! Can't get my fingers in here. Can't get my fingers in there. Oh, maybe I can. Nope, I can't. Son of a bitch. Now I can't get the damn spoke out of it. Nipple out of it. Gosh darn it! Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come out of here, you son of a bitch. It's not even a lip on the damn thing. For fuck's sakes. Okay, I gotta get my damn needle nose out of here now. Those are wire cutters, those aren't needle nose. Those are needle nose. Shoot, I don't even know where that damn... Alright, now I gotta get the screwdriver again. Find the hole. Gotta be very careful to do this and not actually like damage my tube in the process. Son of a bitch, get in there. That's back in place. I'm gonna go ahead and thread this spoke in here. Nice intact spoke. And that is gonna be an inside spoke. Okay, that one's in there. I got one spoke in. I'm just trying to thread it in a little bit with the screwdriver before I hit it with the spoke wrench. I'm not going to tighten it down all the way until I replace the other spoke, and then I'm going to go over it and see if there's any other loose spokes around it. That's good enough for now. That's that one. Let's go to the other one. That one is an outside spoke. Might be a little more difficult to get on there. I guess we will see, won't we? Yeah, no, that wasn't too bad. That was easy enough. Okay, I got it in there. Got it in there. I got it in there. Performing bike surgery right now. Plan is to also go for a ride today. Got to keep my channel's got some serious momentum going right now, and I want to keep the momentum going. So that's good enough. I can hit it with the spoke wrench now. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, all the spokes around those broken spokes seem to be fine. So there's nothing loose anywhere. See, I don't know how they assemble this wheel, because like I've said before, and I want to point it out again to the camera. Let me take it off of here so you can get a little closer. If you notice, you see all these little rivet looking things that hold the spokes into the hub. You see how they're all facing the same direction? Now, if you ever look at a wheel, those are supposed to alternate. Now, as the spokes alternate in and out, those little tabs are supposed to alternate in and out. And as you notice, those tabs, as you use these electric wheels, the spokes are popping out because there's too much tension on. They're not supposed to be like that. And I don't know how they assemble the wheel and get it to your house with all these things sunk all the way into the holes. I'm really confused as to how they're doing that, which leads me to believe they're obviously not building the wheels the right way. Because how do you do that? Are they like doing one like row of spokes and like on the outside, and then doing all the inside spokes after they get the outside spokes done? That's really weird. That's the only way they could actually do that and get those to sink in all the way. I have no idea how they're doing it otherwise. Set you guys back up. I'm sorry, I moved the camera around a little bit there. I don't know how much this is going to come out. See, when we're doing a brake maintenance video, is like a lot easier than doing a spoke maintenance video, because it's like way harder to get my camera angles right. Now the fun part, where I pump up the tube and you guys get to listen to the pump for like a while. I'm going to go ahead and tilt this camera back down because I'm done with the spokes. I don't see any other broken spokes in here. I'm going to look one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. They're all in there. Yeah. You know what? It's not just electric that builds these hubs this way. or gets them built this way for them, because I've seen other e-bike sellers and manufacturers send these kind of geared motors out like this too. But then I've also seen other ones that build them the right way. So I don't know. That it just shows you that these people are getting their motors and stuff from the same factories and rebranding them with something and then selling them to you as a different brand, even though they're the exact same thing. I honestly don't trust a lot of the specs on some of these lower end e-bikes. Honestly, I don't. Because like this motor, if you've seen my monitor, this says this thing's supposed to peak at like 750 watts or some shit, and it's a 500 watt motor. According to my monitor, it's peaking like close to 1300 watts when I'm max throttle on it. That's like 500 more watts, or 500 to 600 more watts than they say it's supposed to peak at. So I don't trust it. I honestly don't trust it. And the rear motor is hooked up to a 1000 watt controller. And even at a 1000 watt controller with the motor that's only supposed to peak at 750 watts, it shouldn't be peaking at 1300 watts. That doesn't make any sense. See, I always do it this way. I put when the tire's flat, I don't really worry about losing any air, obviously. So I put the hose on without it being connected to the pump. It's just so much easier. And then I thread the pump onto the hose, and then I pump it up and annoy the living crap out of you guys. Now I got to make sure I have this set to 40 psi, because this tire max psi is 40 on this thing. 40 psi, okay. And it's set at 40, so sorry about the noise ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and start getting all my stuff picked up and cleaned up while this is pumping up. So yeah, that was that little video. That took a while, actually, because of me messing around with that battery that didn't turn out to be fruitful or even useful for any reason. Well, it was useful. It let me know that there's nothing on the battery that I can fix. If I had to, I could have bypassed the whole locking mechanism and everything on there, and just got one of my key connectors and spliced it onto the connection coming out of the battery, and just made my own connection. But there's nothing disconnected. So the problem's further down in the battery. I can't do anything about it. And I'm not going to mess with it. Like I said, I'm not savvy enough in battery, like putting together and taking apart to like do it. I mean, I understand how it's supposed to work and everything, but my hands aren't that steady, honestly. I'm not doing that to myself. Not putting myself in that situation. I'm gonna start carrying this other tool with me. It doesn't weigh very much. It weighs like half a pound, so I might as well. And they're my tools I bought, so it's not like I'm depriving anybody in the household of my tools. They don't ever use them anyway. We're getting this other stuff taken care of. Oh man, that vibrating freaking thing's making my head feel weird. The freaking the noise from the pump. That's weird. So let me take you through my garage again. Now this is the bike right here. This gray bike, this gravity frame bike. This one, you can't really see the motor. This one has the Bafang motor on it. I can't really get in there because there's stuff in the way. This gray bike, this is my backup bike. This is the one I was thinking that if OC Commuter wanted an e-bike, he could come pick this bike up. I will give it to him. I can't ride this bike anymore. I'm too big for it. The frame would probably hold me. It's just I'm so used to the fat tires now. I'd be uncomfortable on these tires. Yeah, this is practically a brand new frame. I haven't even had it that long. It's got a front disc brake on it. I think the front's a hydraulic brake. The rear is just V-brakes because there's no mounting point for a disc brake on this bike. So it's a rear V, front disc, mid-drive motor. This is my spare pile of damaged and destroyed, broken electric bike wheels. There's 4 of them sitting there, 4 rims. And there's one motor there I took out. Where can you see that? One motor on the toolbox. One motor right there next to the wheel. This is my pile of wheels and spare parts. It's massive. Those are all spare wheels and tires and bike frames and hub motors and racks and all kinds of stuff in there. There's a mountain bike, there's a fat tire mountain bike frame in there, another red e-bike frame in there, a trike frame in there, and just a pile of stuff. It's all spares. And that's the roommate bike. I put the kit on there for him. I recently installed that I installed that battery about a month ago. I managed to get it on as clean as I could get it with what I had. This little battery bag thing here, it used to be over here, but when this battery put on here, I had to move it down over here. He basically uses it to ride back and forth to work. That's pretty much it. Occasionally go to the store. And this is just more junk that you've seen as I walked in here before. That's pretty much it. But that's 15 plus years of spare parts right there. So that little short I posted up about me having spare parts was true. I have spare parts up the wazoo. Okay. I just found a piece of wire sticking out of my tire. God damn it. I don't think it's in there very far though. That was good timing. It's about done. I always lose a little bit of air on the way out, but that's fine. Let's see how... No, that's not even in there very far. I'm going to get my needle nose out and try to pull this piece of wire out of here before it does work its way further in there. You see, there's a slight difference in how this tire looks, the tread pattern. Yeah, this is definitely a different tread pattern on this tire than it is on the front. The front's a bit narrower. I don't know. It's just that it's not what I ordered, but I don't want to deal with the hassle of sending it back. The guy said it costs the same no matter what, so whatever. It's held up so far. Yeah, that wasn't even in there that far. I don't know where those little tiny pieces of wire come from. I don't know if it's like shredding off of people's car brakes or I don't know that there's always these. You know what I bet it is? I bet it's the street sweepers. I bet it's the fucking the brush they use on the gutters and stuff. I bet those little pieces of brush come off every so often. Another reason to hate street sweepers. Okay. Damn you street sweepers, always thwarting my bike rides. I hate you so. You're messy and now you're trying to pop my tires. Alright. I'm going to have to change the battery out on this when I get in the house. I'm not going to go just yet because like I said, I got to go change my camera battery. What am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing. Oops. I don't know. I don't want to be whacking shit all over the place. It's a good way to break your stuff, Larry. I'm going to go and flip my bike over. These out of the way. Tuck my shirt in so I don't get it snagged on my stuff on the front of the bike. I'll flip this beast over. Okay. Sorry you're not seeing this. I'm just strapping my bag down here. That hurt. I'm just basically gonna go in the house, lay down for a sec, grab my wallet, my other stuff, my ID, and my knife, and my keys, and then head out in a sec here. So leave my backpack out here and I'm going to take it in with me. All right, well, that's my battery partial disassembly and see what was wrong with it that didn't work out video, and spoke maintenance video, and ranting about stuff video. Remember, it'd be super duper awesome if you could like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on those post notifications. Subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate you all for subscribing. Out of breath. I appreciate you all. You're freaking amazing. New subscribers, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the wild ride that is me. That's not so wild and even that fun of a ride. That's why I talk a lot. Random viewers, consider subscribing. If you don't like the long videos, camera just reset itself again. All my long videos get broken down into multiple short videos, and then I upload the long videos later on. So there's always, I'm basically uploading every day, so my content should not get stale. There's always new stuff getting posted on there. So with that, don't want to walk with you guys in the house. Remember to have a wonderful whatever, wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next e-bike ride video, e-bike maintenance video, cute pet video, random food video, or random emergency situation or interesting happening in the city of San Bernardino, if I'm able to get there or if it's happening when I'm out riding. Okay, bye.